Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Browns, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now Mon. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here's Mon. They're going for it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands. We want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, it's Cook again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Mond going to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter, get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Viking 7.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Mond. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Look at the spin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Mond now off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Mond looks to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mond. This is caught. Touchdown! Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mon. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
3rd and 15.
Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield down. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From the 36, Mon. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Following the interception, Mayfield going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll throw now on the final play. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kenny Nwangu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They go play action here. Mon airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mayfield on play action. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. Throwing, Mayfield. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mond. Open, and is Westbrook complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Mond. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mayfield.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
77 yards.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Vikings 21.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On first down, here's Mon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Mon lets it fly for Thielen. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Lambeau on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Vikings 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, Mon. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mon going to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Third down from the gun, it's Mon. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Mon. They're going for it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mon. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Mond lets it fly for Thielen. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And again, it's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. On the return is Peterson. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mon looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with